Good morning and welcome back to you children. Hope you are doing well at home. Are you? Are you following all your lessons in all subjects at home? Yes, very good. Keep learning at home. Make use of your time, leisure time at home. Okay. Do you remember which unit we are studying at present in English? Yes, we are studying the second unit. We have already completed A reading. Will you ask for more? B reading, the Cry of Children poem. And now we are in C reading. Unit 2, C reading. This is day 11 of our session. Day 11 in Unit 2. Okay, the C reading is reaching the unreached. Reaching the unreached means we have to reach or help to the children to whom no help is given so far. They did not get any help so far. To those children, we should reach our help. Our help should be reached to them. Reaching the unreached. Okay, and in this C reading there is also a short lesson, another lesson, Save Our Souls, SOS, Save Our Souls. This also we shall study now. Are you ready? Yes. I told you to meet some orphan children or child laborers who are working at different places and talk to them and find out the reasons for their work and what type of work they are doing, what are the struggles they are facing. Are you at it? Have you started that work? If you have not started, please start now. Okay? At least about 1 or 2 children who are working at different places. You might have seen children even working in the houses, maybe in your house or in your neighboring houses. If a child is working in your house, please advise your parents to stop that child. Help that child to join in school and hostel. He is also like you. She is also like you. He or she should enjoy her childhood days. She should study, she should play. Yes or no? So if you find any children working in the houses, near house or nearby houses, please help such children. Making children to work is a crime, and the employer will be punished for making children to work in his house or in his shop or anywhere. Okay? You also help such children to have a beautiful future. Right? Good. See this lesson, Reaching the Unreached, page number 28. So here we are going to read the examples of 2 children, how or why they became child laborers. First boy, his name is Romesh. I will read about Romesh. Listen to me carefully. Romesh was 14 years old boy. He left his widowed mother. How old was he? 14 years. When he left his house, at that time his mother was a widow, meaning his father died. Mother was at home. He left his widowed mother and 3 younger sisters. He had 3 younger sisters. He left them also at home in Bihar state. He took up a long travel of hundreds of miles to find a new future. He reached Hyderabad, one of the main cities in India. So he left his house to find a new future for him. He traveled all the way from Bihar state and he came to Hyderabad, traveling long distance to find a better future in Hyderabad city. On reaching the city, he found that the streets were not paved with gold. He thought life would be very easy, life would be comfortable in the city. But it was not so. So the streets were not paved with gold, meaning the life became very tough, very hard for him. not an easy life at all. Finding a job was not an easy task. It's not an easy work to find. It's not an easy task to find a work, find a job. Cursed by hunger, he joined a group of rag pickers. He was hungry. He did not have any money to buy food and eat. So finally, what did he do? He joined a group of rag pickers. You might have seen rag pickers. Early morning, they come to the streets, pick up polythene covers, plastic things, iron things, carry them and sell them. Throughout the day, they will be searching for thrown away things, unwanted things which are thrown away on the roadside. They will pick them out and they sell them for recycling. Whole day, they will be searching for such thrown away or waste things, so that they will sell them and get some money. So he joined a group of rag pickers. He started working early in the morning and toiled until late evening. Early morning, he went out with his group to pick up rags, thrown away things, and continued throughout the day till evening. Okay, only to earn a mere rupees 10 a day. After collecting everything, selling everything, how much money got? Just 10 rupees. Is it sufficient to live? To buy his food? Not at all sufficient, 10 rupees. Life was not a dream for him. While coming to Hyderabad, he thought he would have a better life in Hyderabad. He dreamed for a better life. But it became, on the contrary, it became a tough life, hard life. Luckily, he got a helping hand from Childline, the Childline. From the child helpline, someone called this number and informed about this child, Romesh, and people came and took him to the child care center and admitted him, and he was also joined in a school. That's how his life changed, because of this child helpline 1098. That's why I told you, we also try to help children if you find them working by calling this number. This is a free helpline number. When someone called 1098 helpline, Romesh is now one of the beneficiaries of Andhra Pradesh state-based project for the elimination of child labor. Romesh was benefited after someone informed this child helpline number. Andhra Pradesh state-based project for elimination of child labor. What is the meaning of elimination? Eliminate comes from the word eliminate, means remove. We should remove what child labor. We should remove child labor completely from our country. All children should be admitted in schools and they should be educated. Many such children fall to similar fate due to domestic violence and object poverty. What are the reasons for children to become child laborers? Maybe poverty, one reason. Second reason is domestic violence. Domestic violence. What do you understand by domestic violence? Maybe always father and mother were always quarreling. Father drinking and coming home and beating mother, beating children, no peace at home, not enough food at home, beating all children. Father comes home in the evening drunk, fully drunk, and he beats wife and children. This type of family. So children don't like parents, they run away from the house. One such example is Shanti, a 9-year-old kid. We studied about Romesh. Another child we are going to study is about a girl, 9-year-old girl, her name Shanti. What happened to Shanti? She was taken out of the school by her parents and sent to Hyderabad to work in a middle class home. She was actually attending school, but her parents stopped her education, maybe in 3rd or 4th standard. And she was brought to Hyderabad and she was joined in a middle class family. Why? To work in the family. as a servant. Why? The parents were very poor. They want the girl to work and earn some money. They thought the girl will get good food, clothing, girl will be happy in the family. But that did not happen. She suffered all day long, spending her energy on cooking, mopping, cleaning, and washing clothes. She suffered in that house, working all day. What kind of work she did? Cooking food, mopping the floor. Mopping meaning cleaning the floor with wet cloth. Mopping, cleaning the house, and washing clothes, gardening. All such work she did. Spent all her energy working. Worse was to come, the owners locked her up in a tiny room when they went out. The worst thing was when the owners of that house went somewhere for 2 or 3 days. What did they do? They kept the small girl in a small room and locked the door from outside. The girl was alone in that room till the owners came back, maybe at night or next day and so on. She was crying a lot because she had no one to talk to. Not enough food was given to her. She was crying a lot, alone in that room. She stayed alone waiting for the day to pass. She recalled her memories with friends at school and she wept. She recalled her memories when she spent her days at school with her classmates, with her friends. Those were happy days. Remembering those happy days, she was crying now, staying alone in that small room. As a direct result of awareness campaigns, the neighbors informed the child labor enforcement team. The neighbors who noticed this girl who was locked in a room. So the neighbors informed child labor enforcement team. This is a team who will take care of children who are working as child laborers. They free the children from that work. They will be taken back to their either parents or to some other house, or they will be also admitted in school. That is child labor enforcement team. She was rescued and is now placed in a girls' transit home, girls' rehabilitation home. She is there now, living happily, not working but attending school. So you also, if you find any children, help them, they will be happy. And because you help them, you also feel happy. Who knows how many such unreached are waiting to be rescued? Like Romesh or like Shanti, there are hundreds, even thousands of children who are still working and they should get help. That is why it's everyone's duty, your duty, my duty, everyone's duty to help them, to rescue them, to give them a bright future. Child Rights and You, CRY, I wrote somewhere, Child Rights and You. That's another organization, Child Rights and You. Is an organization that believes that children are citizens and they have their own rights. Child rights. Every child has his or her own rights, right to education first of all. At CRY, they do not believe in charity, nor do they run schools or orphanages. Instead, they partner some basic level organizations working for children, their parents and communities. So at CRY, they don't believe in doing some charity directly, but they fill the gap between the organizations which are working for these children. Indirectly help the children. They don't run any schools or orphanages, but they partner some basic level organizations working for children. They help the organizations which are working for children, and also they work for their parents and for the community, means entire village. CRY's role is that of a bridge between child developmental organizations and people working for marginalized children. So what is the role of CRY? The role of CRY is to bridge the gap between child development organizations and people working for marginalized children, means unwanted or rejected children. So they are uniting these two groups. What are the two groups? Child developmental organizations is one, and other people, social service centers who are working for marginalized children. They gather the support, money and time of the Indians around the world and thousands of field workers across India who struggle to enrich the lives of children. So they get the support from all the organizations who are working for children, who are contributing money for the child developmental organizations. So the work of CRY is like a bridge between all these people or these organizations. CRY has freed more than 1 lakh children from hunger, exploitation and illiteracy in more than 13,000 villages and slums. So far, CRY has freed 1 lakh children, more than 1 lakh children from their hunger, from child labor, from exploitation, from illiteracy. They are joined in schools, admitted in schools, they are getting literate. Okay? Yeah. Next. The organization has successfully prevented child labor in 648 villages across the nation and liberated 1152 villages from child marriages. Another social evil in our country is child marriages. So many children who were about to get married in their childhood, in their small age, the marriage was stopped by CRY and they were encouraged to study in schools and even in colleges. That is the work of CRY. They prevented child labor in 648 villages throughout the country and stopped 1152 villages doing child marriages. It also has 21,672 out of school children in its account who have now joined schools. So more than 21,000 children were admitted in different schools because of the initiative taken by CRY. These children are into their childhood with all due opportunities of life. So the children are now able to enjoy their childhood, getting all the good opportunities of their childhood. So it's a very good organization, CRY. There's one more, Save Our Soul. I just read, very simple, you can easily understand. SOS, Children's Villages is an independent, non-governmental social development organization that provides family-based care for children in India since 1964. So SOS, Save Our Soul, was organized in India and working since 1964. It advocates the concerns, rights and needs of children. More than 6,000 children and young people live in 33 SOS villages, children's villages and 27 SOS youth facilities in India. So what is the work of SOS? So this SOS is an independent non-government organization, a social development organization working for not only children, it is also working for the families, giving advice to parents, encouraging parents to send their children to school, not to work. Okay children, you read the paragraph, it's a very simple paragraph. Anyway, what I want to say is, be kind to unfortunate children and help them. A small work I am going to give you now. See this table and complete this work. Write serial number 1 and 2. Just we have studied about 2 children in the lesson. Write the name of the child, for example, Romesh, Shanti and so on. Age 14 years or 9 years and so on. Nature of work for which engaged, means what work the girl is doing or what work the boy is doing. For which work the girl is appointed or the boy is appointed. You write a table like this. You can take from the lesson, or you meet the people, meet the children and talk to them and write the name of the child, age of the child, and what work the child is doing. You can write about 3 to 4 children or maximum 5 children. Okay? Do this work. All the best. Wish you good luck.